Hi guys. So today is September 11th, 2025, and I've had a kind of a rough day today. It's been kind of a hard day. And I just got off a shift at a burger restaurant where I work here in town, and I was a busser tonight. And this was only my second shift doing bussing at this restaurant. But I just kind of I just like it's not like I did a bad job. I think I worked really hard. But like I messed up a couple of times and that's totally fine and that's granted, like that's no problem in the grand scheme of things. But I just felt like disappointed in myself that I messed up a couple of times. Like I broke a glass and simple mistake, but when I did it, I was like, shit. Like it just kind of felt embarrassing a little bit. And I had to get told, like to do something differently, like once. And, it's like, it's not a huge deal. It's not really not at all, but it just made me feel like down, like I should be doing better. And I guess that sometimes it makes me deal with this concept of imposter syndrome where I feel like I feel like I am not good enough to have the position that I have, or I don't have what it takes to, to achieve what I know I can achieve. And it's just something in my head that I have to deal with and I have to fight it because I know it's not true. I know that I'm a really hard worker and I try my best with everything and I am really determined and passionate and I'll put in the work to do it. I have a lot of integrity, but it's just a challenge for me sometimes. And I don't know, today was kind of rough at work for me. I just felt down. And then something else I want to talk about is I deal with this problem. I have a speech problem, and you might not notice it. And a lot of people seem to not notice it, but I feel like I stutter. And it's not all the time, obviously, but it's with certain words and it depends on like how I'm feeling, my mood, who I'm talking to, and it depends on the word, obviously. And there are some words that I struggle with every time and almost every time with any person. And then there's some people that I can talk with where I pretty much never have the problem, but that's kind of far and few between. And I don't know for sure what it is. I don't know why it happens. I don't know if it's my brain thinking faster than my words can get out. I don't know, but it's a problem and it really makes me angry sometimes. It really bothers me because it makes me almost feel like I have a disability, like with my speech sometimes. And I just wanted to talk about it on here. Maybe other people, I'm sure other people probably deal with the same thing. But so it's words I have a hard time with. I also kind of have a hard time like starting conversations in group settings. I don't know if those are correlated at all, but I think my mind just kind of races a lot when I start to talk. My mind thinks about all these different things and what I should say and how I should properly say it, and I don't want to say this wrong. But like, so words like it's names and just words, and when I say them right now, I'm not going to stutter on them, I almost guarantee. And it's because I'm talking to a camera right now and I feel more comfortable. But if I was talking to some random person, like I probably would. Words like emo. Emo is a hard word for me to say. And lots of words that start with E. Emo, it starts with an I, but like illiterate, electronic, elective, electoral. It's weird. And let's say names like Mackenzie, I struggle with a lot. Michaela, and digital. Like lots of words like that. And it makes it really annoying sometimes because I'll be trying to talk to someone and have a conversation and they say, oh, what's something that you really love? What are you really passionate about? Or I say, oh, I really want to talk to you about my passions. And I say, yeah, I love pop punk. And then normally I'd say I love pop punk, emo, and post-hardcore music. And I'll say pop punk and then I can't get the word emo to come out of my mouth. I can't say it without like pausing and kind of like stopping for a second, regrouping, and then saying it again. Or I have to like reword the sentence to kind of say it differently than like a normal person would. Or I have to say different words in the sentence to kind of get the same picture going of what I'm trying to say, but I can't say this certain word, so I got to say this other word, and it makes it annoying, and it makes me feel like people are wondering, like, why did he say it like that? Like, you know, why wouldn't he just use this word? And instead, I have to use this other word because I have a hard time saying it. It's not necessarily because I can't think of the word, or it's not because like I don't know what the word means. It's just because I literally struggle with getting the word out of my mouth, from my brain, something in my brain to my tongue or something. I just deal with it, and it's a challenge. So that's something I dealt with today when I was at work. I was bussing tables, like I said, and I was up at the bar, and there were these two people, probably in their early 30s, and they noticed me, and I was being, you know, nice and respectful, like I always am. And they saw my Blink-182 shirt, and this is my favorite band, you know, and they saw it, and they were like, "Hey, we just wanted to say that we love your shirt." And I was like, "Wow, thank you guys so much. Like, I really appreciate that." And I said, "Yeah, they're my favorite band, and I'm going to see them live in a few weeks." And they were like, "Wow, like that's so cool. I was listening to them back like in the late 90s." And I was like, "Yeah, and they're still going strong today." You know, and then they're like, "Oh, do you listen to Machine Gun Kelly?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think he has great music too." And they were like, "Yeah, we do too." And then a few minutes later, I came back to them, and I was like, I guess I'll try and stutter, but I was like, "Hey, excuse me, guys. I just wanted to say that I'm just really appreciative of what you said, and I thought that was so nice of you. And I make social media content all about pop punk, emo, and post-hardcore music, and I am just always trying to, you know, kind of grow a following, and I'd be, you know, I would love it if you wanted to check it out, you know." And that wasn't even a very good example of what I did in person, but like I just really struggled talking to these people, and I don't know what it was about them. I just felt so nervous speaking to them, and I really wish I didn't, because it makes me feel like in lots of just normal situations, like I can't have a normal conversation. Well, I can certainly try, but I just feel like I'll mess up on certain words, and it makes me nervous. And it's just a challenge I deal with all the time. So it's a bummer. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been on my mind today. And I want to like resolve this, but this has been a problem for years now. And I kind of feel like it's getting worse, and I don't know what to do about it. I think it gets worse and worse. Yeah, it's been a problem for years and years. I think it gets worse. I don't know how to fix it. Like, I mean, it's probably I think it happens every single day. Every single day I deal with some sort of speech problem, and it sucks. I wish I could change it. I don't know how. But I think that's enough of that. But just getting that out there. Also, something cool that happened today was I was walking down the street, and I saw this sign for a Maroon 5 pop-up show in Nashville. And I love Maroon 5, little something about me. I really, really like Maroon 5 a lot. They are special to me. They mean a lot to me. I don't like all their songs, but they have a lot of great songs. And I've seen them live once before. I'm going to see them live soon. But I saw this sign today for a free pop-up show in Nashville, and it's a secret show. And I just think that is like so cool that they did this. And it was tonight at 6:00. Well, it was supposed to be tonight, but apparently the show got canceled because Adam Levine is sick. But I just think this is super cool, and I decided to, you know, keep the poster because the show didn't even happen. So, you know, I just kept the poster, and I'm gonna keep this, I think, for a long time. I just think it's really cool, and that, you know, this made me smile today. And also, all day while I was at work, I had the lyrics in my head to the opening of the song "All in My Head" by Blink-182, where Mark goes, "I'm a tiny speck of nothing, and I'm the entire universe writ large." And then the music comes in, and the breakdown starts, and that's one of my favorite songs by Blink. And I just kind of had that quote in my head all day. Definitely my quote of the day. There was also one by Chiodos this morning that was, don't let this die, we may never fall in love again. And that was another one that just kind of struck me today. So, and then besides that, I went to work this morning at the internship that I have. I'm a marketing internship at a studio here in town, and that went pretty good too. And then I also got offered this new job opportunity, possibly, as a marketing director for this company that I've been associated with for several months, and I'm very interested about that opportunity also. So, today was an interesting day. Had some ups and downs, but of course I'll be all right, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But also, I think last I checked, my first video that I made yesterday literally has 0 views. And that's okay, because I'm going to keep doing this even if nobody cares or nobody watches for the first 30 videos. I'm going to keep doing it because you have to do it for yourself first. You have to make it for yourself. And if you don't make it for yourself, then if you don't love it, if you don't love your own content, why would anyone else love it? That's kind of how I see it. You have to make it for yourself. You have to be proud of it and happy with your work for anyone else to care. All right, I think that's it. So thanks for watching. If you want to, subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye.